All right, Shalom. All right, let me get straight into this lesson. All right, so I was watching a few videos, and this guy's going into the car market. You know what I'm saying? How in shambles it is, the repossessions. In America, we seeing this place fall apart, look, piece by piece. It's all falling apart. That's what I'm going to name this lesson. It's all falling apart. Finally, right, this place is getting exposed for what it is, right? So Babylon the Great, aka America, has been able to put a spell on you, put this illusion on you, put this witchcraft on you, right? That this was the so-called land of opportunity, right? But think about it like this. This became, right, an economic powerhouse because the Lord first off set it up, right? And they made all this money off our blood, sweat, and tears in slavery, going back into our ancestors. So that's what made America great, slavery, right? So we seeing this whole thing fall apart, and it's a beautiful thing to see, finally, right? So I'm gonna play about 3 to 4 minutes of this video, then I'm gonna get into this lesson. Check this out.
Right now. Repo today, people are broke and can't afford to make their car payments. Repo tomorrow. So Ford tried to file a patent to have the car repo itself. There's an auto loan crisis happening in America right now, and I'm seeing it every single day at these used car dealer auctions. Repo! Repo! And if you want to know what auto loan delinquency looks like, it looks like this right here. Right now, there are so many repos in the system that there is a shortage of repo drivers to go get them. People are trying to find ways to get out of their cars that they could not afford to buy when they signed up for the loan. Everything associated with owning a vehicle right now has gone up in price, making it harder for the average American to pay their car payments. So this auto loan crisis that we're going through right now is going to break the car market. And it's so bad right now that not only are consumers...
Let me say this, and you can go look up the stats on it, but 70% of these Americans are going paycheck to paycheck, right? So what this guy's gonna go into as well, that people got the so-called tax return, right? And they went and bought these cars that they know they couldn't afford, but they were just trying to buy time, right? Right. So that's why we telling you this place is falling apart, right? This wasn't gonna be an everlasting kingdom. So you jakes that don't quite understand this, you're gonna see.
Consumers getting their cars repossessed, but dealerships are getting their cars repoed off of their lot right now. I'm here at a used car dealer auction, and this is what a repossessed car looks like. And today I want to show you what a dealer pays for this repo. You know what a repo looks like? It looks like the brightest thing on the road. All these cars behind me in this row, they're all repossessed vehicles. And check this out. This is more of what you get. This is a Cadillac Escalade. This was a nice vehicle at one point, and now... it's not even being held together by bungee straps. They didn't want to spend money on the bungee straps to connect the bumper to the car. More repo goodness right here. That whole side end's been smashed in. The average price for a gallon of gas right now in the U.S. is $3.66. In just this last year, your insurance rates have gone up by 22%. New car interest rates are over 9%, and used car interest rates are over 14%. Over 7% of subprime car loans on cars, just like this right here, are delinquent. That's the highest that it's been since 2006. And negative equity is going to continue to be a massive problem for consumers that bought over the last 2 years, because cars that you couldn't find in the last 2 years, guess what? Rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of them are at dealerships right now. Everything's costing more, whether it be groceries, housing, your insurance, gas, everything right now in this country costs more money. And it's not just car payments that we're seeing go delinquent right now. We're seeing a massive spike in credit card delinquencies. And we're just seeing across the board that as everything gets more expensive, people are not paying their bills. They're not paying their credit card bills, and they're not paying their car bills. So here's what happened. People got loans for these Chargers, these Challengers, when they were in short supply. And they paid $10,000 over sticker. Now we fast forward to 2 years from then, and
they're going to show you how stupid these Americans are. They don't even know how to value things. So you got people paying, they paying for trucks that's $70,000, $80,000, right? $1,000 a month on a monthly payments. You know what I'm saying? This cannot be sustained, right? 70% of you Americans is going paycheck to paycheck. But, you ask the average American, is the economy good, right? I think most of them will say, nah, it's not, right? But you have a lot of these people that still think they believe anything the news tell them, right? So, if the news tell them the economy is doing good, yet what they see in real time, right? They don't know how to discern what the hell is going on, right? But yet in real time, people are getting their car repossessed. You got people can't afford to pay the bills. You got record credit card debt. You got record student loan debt. You know what I'm saying? There's debt everywhere, right? But this place, America, has a lot of people waking up from this hangover, right? This place had a spell on these people, and they, what I'm saying, was drinking the philosophies and the wine of this place, right? Which would be the philosophies, the different religions, the so-called American dream, feminism, what I'm saying, equality of the sexes. That's all wine that the nations were given from this whole Babylon, right? Which would be the Edomite Empire. It says Jeremiah 51:7. It says Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that have made all the earth drunken. So they'll push their philosophies, this westernization, their traditions, their customs, their way of living, right, across the whole world, and indoctrinated people. Like, what I'm saying, gave them this cup of wine, got them all drunk, right, metaphorically speaking. It says the nation have drunken of her wine, right? So that'd be like, again, these philosophies, feminism, westernization, so-called white man Christianity, so-called white Jesus, right? Gave them a way to live. Christmas, Valentine's Day, right? 4th of July, you name it. All these things, this wine that has been given to the world, especially you Jakes. Therefore, the nations are mad. So the nations are waking up, like in a hangover from this wine, right? Because they was in a drunken state. Now they're sobered up, right? And they're like, okay, damn, we got played. This place wasn't what it seemed that it was, what we thought it was. It actually was a witchcraft on us, right? So these nations are getting out of the dollar system, right? They're getting away from American standards and values, right? Which is the Edomite culture, right? So this wine had most of our people intoxicated, had them in a drunken state, and they're waking up, right, from this drunken state. Now they got a hangover, right? It says hangover. It says a feeling of illness after drinking too much alcohol, right? So our people waking up in a somber state of mind because they was drunk off this wine of this place, these different philosophies, these different ways of living, right? Being LGBT. All these things was in this wine, metaphorically speaking, right? It says hangover. Salakia. It says feeling sick with a bad pain, right? So these nations and these Jakes, you know what I'm saying? And some of these Edomites are waking up and seeing that this place was all a lie, all witchcraft, all an illusion. The American dream was always a lie, especially for you Jakes. How can you Jakes ever buy into that dumb shit, right? So this wine has worn off, right? It says in America has lost its luster, right? So there's this whore, you know what I'm saying, Babylon the Great. It says, what does lose its luster mean? It says become less appealing or attractive. So a lot of people are getting passports and getting the hell up out of here to go stay in other countries because that's literally how bad it is, right? They seeing the poverty, and these devils, when they did the pandemic, they wanted to make a separation. Either you're gonna be rich or you're gonna be poor. That's it, right? So this place has lost its luster. It has lost its spell, right? People coming about in this drunken state and they becoming sober to what this place always was. They was just drunk. They couldn't see it back then, right? Now it's obvious, all right? And it's gonna get even more obvious. Let me see. Salakia. Trying to find a pretty good one. It says, to lose his shine, you know, it says Salakia. But you get the point, it has lost its spell on these people, Like people used to come over here and call this place the land of opportunity, right? They can come here and get so-called rich, these other nations. Now these other nations don't want to come over here. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for alternative countries to go to, right? Now you do still have an influx of these people coming in over here, but you know, they got this false sense of reality. They don't understand that this place is circling the drain, right? Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." So this is talking about America, right? And this is the primary throne of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, America, right? Sit on the ground. There's no throne. So you're gonna be debased. You're gonna be brought down very low. It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." So this place is not going to be called the land of opportunity where you can come here and make it and get rich. That luster is starting to fade away, right? It's starting to lose its luster, right? But again, this place is being uncovered from the wickedness and the capitalism, right? The elites, the 1% control all the resources, right? Control all the so-called money, all the real estate. They control everything. The 1%. Then you got the elites of the 1%. 1% will be these international banking families, right? They got your ass going to work every day slaving, and you're not really seeing no benefit off that because you're still in captivity, Jake, right? Let's go here. It says Daniel 2:21, but the good thing is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is in control, and he set up kingdoms and he made kingdoms fall down. Now we got the kingdom of Israel that's up next, right? Daniel 2:21, and he changed the times and the seasons and removed kings, right? So this is an ancient way of saying kingdoms, right? So if you got a king rules over or reigns over a kingdom. So your modern day kings would be your presidents, your prime ministers, international banking families, right? The rulers of this world. And set it up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So that'll be among his elect. That's why we're able to navigate this treacherous, demonic place called America. And we're able to see the witchcraft and the spells and the enchantments up close and personal, and we're able to pinpoint what they are, right? This place is falling right before your eyes, right? You seeing the economy, it's in a gutter, you know what I'm saying? But they're not going to say that though. But you got a lot of simple-minded jakes that if they don't hear it in the mainstream media, right, we've been in a damn recession, right, since these devils did that pandemic. But, you know, now it's headed to depression, but they're not going to say that, right? But Jake, if the news don't say it, Jake don't believe it, right? But it's obvious what's going on right in front of our eyes, right? So 70% of these Americans are going paycheck to paycheck. That proof don't lie, right? So a lot of people you seeing is faking it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachat Kodash. Shalom.